So this is a real lesson filmed at JD Golf Academy using some of the best tech in the world. They've got gears and 3D plates. We can measure everything in 3D. I'll put links to what they're about and if you can get a lesson from them down below, because they're pretty busy, as you can imagine. This is one of maybe 1-2 studios that have got this tech in the whole of the UK. And in today's lesson, you're going to learn something about the takeaway that so many people have been getting wrong for so many years that might just blow your socks off. So what we see with Mark is we see low heel strikes, we see a club path that's out to in, and he's a bit down at the ball as well. Face tends to stay open to the path, so slices, also can hit big pulls. Now, first movement that we see, which is a little worrying, is this takeaway on the 2D camera. It looks like the hands go way outside as the club starts to kind of double back. So we're going to have a look at what's going on with his arms on the way back. And what happens with this takeaway, I think, is going to blow a lot of you away. It's a crazy way of thinking about it in 3D. Now, as he goes up to the top of his backswing, we see the trail arm get away from him, club zorroing a bit across, pointing quite a long way right at the top. Now, as he starts on his downswing, so if we go completely down the line here for perspective, we see the hands again still quite a long way out in front of him, club also trying to lay down with the hands out in front. And then here's the kind of down the left path that we see from Mark. So what we're going to really tackle is this to see if we can then chain react everything else on to get a better club path, better strike, better shots. So, Mark, if you go into address, so you're going to keep posture, and I want you to pick your hands up so they're kind of nose height, good. And then you're just going to try and, don't turn your shoulders, but just bring that club slightly across you.
Plenty.
There. Now stay there, turn that down. So that's
a nice spot.
That's where Joe's saying he wants you to go. Okay. Now go back to the start. Joe, you do what he's doing.
Your arms are, keep thorax level.
Very
here,
high.
But more sort of over here.
That's the mind blower. That's it. And Joe, if you stay there and you just step aside, Joe, so I want the audience to see that. So come back down to the start, Mark. So basically what is the absolute crazy one?
Yeah, the hands are going the wrong way.
Is that your hands are actually in the backswing going this way. Yes. Obviously they're not, because everything's coming this way, but if you've turned this far,
relative
your
to
hands are still back there.
So I've turned 40 degrees, the club's gone 30.
Yeah, you're just completely out of sequence.
You could say either way round. You've either pushed the hands like the opposite way to the body's turning a bit in your backswing, or your body's outrun your hands, like either or really. But if you get your stick, Joe, that you did.
Yeah.
So should they move?
Because normally someone sucks them straight inside. Their concept is the arms go where the body goes, which is totally the wrong concept. They don't understand the arms elevate and the body rotates. But yours, like...
You got lots of elevation, but you're bringing your arms back,
yeah.
Which let's say they need to go back, say this far, yeah. Yours actually go the other way.
Yeah.
So Joe, if you put the stick there again, so which way should his hands be going?
We want to just track just gently inside that.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. No, that's good, that's good.
And what am I doing at the moment?
You would be knocking that stick away.
In 2 dimensions, yeah, you're flexing massively, hands disconnect.
Yeah. So let's put it into more perspective, Joe. Let's think about it this way. Stand to the ball. Your arms at the moment, so that your forearms, have some relationship to your side of your body, don't they? Yeah. So keep addressing the ball. If you start turning that way, and I pull you this way,
that's it.
This relationship probably is weird, like that's increasing, that abduction and this is going further away. That's odd, isn't it?
That's new.
Now, but that makes no sense in like when we break it down like that. But you're doing that. Keep your hands on. The only reason you don't notice it is because you're doing it that way.
Right.
But you're actually correct. Correct. You just did it.
Yeah.
So simple terms, practice swing for us then, Mark. Set yourself up just left of the ball. Leave the ball where it is, yeah. You want those arms coming in to then go up. Yeah.
That was a much better line.
In to go up. So let's just put that into perspective, what we're saying. So when Mark gets into this position, he is actually getting into this position and just rotating. So what happens is his arms are actually going the wrong way. So rather than coming slightly across his chest and then picking up, he's actually moving his chest slightly away from his arms as they slightly move out, and then he angles his wrist. So in 3D space, if he was to address, he's actually here. Like, that is crazy, because most people are thinking they're just literally going out there. Well, out there is slightly different. He is basically going this side and here, which is the wrong way in relationship to his body. Look at the changes that we make with him. In to go up.
I need to almost do it wrong first.
Yeah. So the wrong is that you hit this computer with your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. And right is that you try to hit your keys here a bit more with your hands.
That's
and then
good.
go up.
That's good.
Yes.
That's miles better.
You know, you got to look at that, because that's hilariously different. That's hilarious.
Look at your lead arm. Look at your lead arm on the yellow, and look at your lead arm on the blue. A little bit of run off here.
So to control that extra little bit of Zorro, he needs to not bend that right arm so much.
Yeah, and just keep it a little more connected. Don't internally rotate it as much. Tailing into the top of the backswing. You're beautiful, you're beautiful, you're beautiful, you're beautiful. Keep that under control. We only want that.
Show me out of control. Show us both out of control. Yeah.
We like high hands, but there's high hands and then there's high hands.
Yeah.
So we want the tricep parallel to floor for you. Okay. If you go long mark, you'll get internally rotated here. This gets loose. Club gets across the line. It's a very difficult transitional move. The only way you're going to then get the club shallow enough on the way down
is to be very, which we don't want.
As a driver. Okay. Just over exaggerate the position for us. Stay there. Beautiful. Stay there for me. That's mustard.
Yeah.
Okay.
And show, just push him out the wrong way there. Yeah, that's that.
I can go there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm used to that position.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, that's really good. That's really good. How short does that feel to you?
Well, it feels shorter with
arm length.
I guess I can do that without turning the torso too much. If I have to try and keep that right elbow connected, I feel like I've got to turn more.
Does it hurt your elbow?
No.
Does it hurt your shoulder? No. Connection with the elbow.
So I imagine words like that feels short, does it to you? Backswing feels like you're not making one.
Yeah.
Like, that is such a change.
Yeah. That's a nice spot.
It's something to build on, isn't it?
100%. The triceps in a much better position.
And look where the strike's moving.
Yeah.
Like, you're still going to miss strike a few, but you're going to move
look at the
away.
path.
Yeah.
You're hitting inside and up now.
What's the path now?
1.5 degrees from the inside, 1.5
Well, that's
up.
a 3-degree movement in path from out to in to in, from out to in to in to out.
And you was down on the first swing.
Where you're up now.
Yeah. So in terms of efficiency,
It's
spin
gaining.
lofts and everything, it's only going to benefit you that.
I mean, look at the difference in the arm position. If you put them over each other like you just did, it's quite hilarious. Blue hold.
You'll also see, if you go from face on, the new one, the hands are lower.
Yeah. So you're dropping them.
Yeah, so you've got more downward pressure. More vertical in the forces.
And he's controlling loft by an extra degree, meaning
degree and a
face
half, yeah.
less open
And
to a path. Say that
I
again?
wasn't trying to.
No, that's a product. That's a product of your good actions rather than because everything's a product of. Yeah, look
Beautiful,
at that.
mate. It's really, really good.
When you're ready.
Solid.
Good effort.
Yeah, that was better. Could go a fraction more, obviously, but it's that trail elbow just getting a little high.
I'm trying to think of a feel where I can really.
So if you hold a club, you can't hold that club. Let me just give, or if this works quite well. If you got, this is your club. Hold this club, that's quite a good way of warming up as well. Hold down the grip, and what I want you to do is do your backswing quite quick, okay? But really feel like you're opening that up back there. So what happens if I go quite slow, I feel like I can just put it where I want. Where if I go quick, it's basically opening the shoulder up.
Yeah.
But you've got to put that in.
Yeah.
If you do it quick and you keep the angles like this, it'll just be the same. So just with your trail hand only, hold down the grip nearly on the metal, hover the club to stand up. That's it, and you want to point that grip back. Yeah, that's it. Let your shoulders go. Yeah.
That's better.
Can you feel how different that feels on your trail shoulder?
Yeah.
It's basically opening you up. I warm up like that because I have this issue as well. I was, when we started, I was this way.
Exactly the same.
Deep. And I do that so much, just literally open up this shoulder. Because you say you feel smaller but less controlled, you're basically going to your tolerance all the time. Trouble is you've got a good tolerance of this movement in that trail elbow. We want a better tolerance of that movement, basically. Yeah, so you want to get the butt end of that club point back and do it quite quick with your shoulders turning. And open up that trail side, that upper, that elbow, that shoulder. That's it. And then just pick this up. Practice swing away from the ball. Just open up the same way. Yeah.
That's good. It's nice.
Good
Getting
effort.
better every time.
Yeah, good effort.
It's good, Mark. It's getting better every time.
That drill, it's so you do it in the garden, you do it at home. It just makes you feel this shoulder just opening up. You just got to make sure you spear what's behind you, because you want to be there, less of that, and then there. Which is why we see that club Zora and this shooting up in the air, and then you are like here, woo, trying to recover.
Give me the most exaggerated one you've got.
Full swing?
Yeah. Trail elbow stays really in place, in front of you.
Yeah. It's hilarious, isn't it? Look at the elbow difference. Look at the trail elbow. Look at the club set. So different.
Well, that's a little bit different.
And that's why it feels different. That's why you are feeling things like, you know, it feels shorter and less controlled and all the words that
I mean, look
you
at the
use.
visual there.
That is needle moving different. Huge difference there with Mark. Remember, if you want lessons from the guys at JD Golf Academy, look down below. I'll include their number. It's amazing tech. It's measured difference. There's no guessing. If you want to find out how to gain more distance with your driver, now you've maybe got it going a bit straighter with some of these ideas, check this video out. You might have all the help you need.